Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Big Layer here on crypto coaching and training. I hope everybody's having a great day. Today is May 27th, 2020. It's a Wednesday. I'm here in Japan. How you guys doing? Today I'm going to talk about three things. The first one is, which is the title of this video, is Bitcoin is no longer controlling the movement of the cryptocurrency market. Okay, that's the first topic. Topic number two is Theta. Theta, need I say more? And number three, part three is going to be, I'm going to tell you some coins that I like for various reasons and tell you where I think the price is going to go in the near future for those coins. Okay, so stick around to the end. That'll be in the very end, talking about the cryptos I like and their prices. Okay, let's get into this. Okay, first, Bitcoin. Until recently, I think Bitcoin has pretty much controlled the cryptocurrency market. Wherever Bitcoin went, the altcoins went with it. Usually Bitcoin was leading. Whatever it did, the altcoins would do the same thing pretty soon after that. I don't think this is the case anymore. I do not think that's the case anymore. If you've been on my Patreon channel, you've been hearing for several weeks that I'm talking about this, right? I think that the altcoins, a number of altcoins, now I'm looking at about 20 altcoins every day, and boy, how much data am I collecting on these altcoins? I've got about 14 different metrics that I look at for each of the coins, 14 different metrics. I'm looking at all kinds of stuff for these coins. And what I've noticed is that I think, this is just my theory at the moment, is that enough of these altcoins are getting their own power, their own energy. They've grown to the point where, combined with other altcoins, they've gotten away from the grasp of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not controlling these coins the way they used to. Theta is a good example. Bitcoin's been down, Theta's been up. How about OMG? OMG had a pretty nice pump. Now, some people would say that's because it was put on Coinbase or wherever, but that's just one example. Okay, maybe it's because of Coinbase, maybe not. Look at Digibyte. Digibyte, that's not on any new exchanges. That thing's been taken off too, independent of Bitcoin. And I could give you about 5 other coins that I've noticed in the last several months that are doing their own thing. What about my favorites, the three amigos, Neo, OMG, and Tezos? I just talked about OMG, but in the past, Neo has done its own thing. Tezos has done its own thing. The end of last year and the beginning of this year, well, it's been going quite a long time now, Tezos has been doing its own thing. Tezos has been going crazy. If anyone's been trading Tezos, if you know someone in my Patreon group, maybe that you've heard them talk about Tezos. Some of us are trading Tezos and doing very, very well with it. And this was independent of Bitcoin's movement. Bitcoin was down. Guess what? Tezos is up. So there's a lot of coins. I shouldn't say a lot of coins. There's more than a handful of coins, about 10 to 12 coins that have been doing their own thing independent of Bitcoin. Okay? And I'm looking at things like market cap, trading volume. I'm comparing prices from one day to the next. I look at if you have one Bitcoin, how many of a certain altcoin can you buy today? Is that number more or less than yesterday? Right? And those are just a few of the things I'm looking. I'm looking at 14 different things. I'm crunching numbers on 14 different things on a daily basis, and been doing this for over a year now. With my Patreon, I've been doing it since last September, I believe. And so for about from September to now, my patrons have also gotten the information. But before that, from May of last year until September, no one knew anything about this. I was just quietly trading on my own and doing quite well at it, and decided, hey, I should start telling people about this. So I've got all of this data that I can look at and say, yes, I can now see that the altcoins are breaking away from Bitcoin. Some of them, I think, have completely broken away from Bitcoin, and others are very close to it. They're very close to breaking away. Looking at all of this data, and I'm not going to present it here because it would just be so overwhelming, and I don't want to make this like a 2-hour video, but it's just safe to say that I have enough of my own data on these various financial metrics of each coin that leads me to believe Bitcoin is no longer controlling the market. And I think in the coming weeks and the coming months, you're going to start hearing other people talk about this, other so-called experts. But I believe I'm one of the first people to say this publicly. I've been talking about it for weeks with my patrons. And I recently did hear someone else independently of me came to the same conclusion. So that was good to hear. So that's what I think, guys. Bitcoin is no longer controlling everything. Now, we're going to have a dump. We're going to have a dump coming up here. I'm just give that to you for free. We're going to have a dump coming up here. And when Bitcoin dumps, other coins, or maybe all the cryptos, will dump with it, but they will not dump the same as Bitcoin will. You watch. And while it's happening, if you can, check out the value of Bitcoin to those coins. If you have a Bitcoin, how many of those coins can you buy? And then you watch that ratio as Bitcoin tumbles down and down and down and see, is it percentage-wise, has it stayed the same? Has it stayed the same? So have those coins dumped the same amount as Bitcoin has? And I think what you'll find, because I found this, March 12th or March 13th of this year, wherever you were in the world, it was either the 12th or the 13th, because I'm in Japan, so we're usually a day ahead of everybody in the Western world, or at least in America. When everything dumped, things did not dump equally with Bitcoin, okay? And I've got the data to show that. So that's what I'm talking about. Okay, number two. Theta. Have you guys been watching Theta? My patrons have heard me talking about Theta for a long time. I've been really hammering Theta the last 2-3 weeks with my patrons, really telling them about it, following the price. We've been trading it. Of course, who knew it would be over 40 cents? I think right now, today, the high was 47 cents maybe a day or two ago. I don't know if it's gotten over that today or not. I haven't checked in a while. I'm not looking at the prices of cryptos all the time. I check in the morning and then at night and I'm done with it. Unless there's a specific coin I'm really focusing on for trading. But who knew even a week or two ago that Theta would be up over 45 cents? Who knew that? There was no one telling us that. Well, actually, there was one person who I think gave us an indication about it. There's this person called SL369 Crypto. And that lady, that gal, is spot on with crypto prices. If you're listening to anybody for information on cryptos, for prices, you're wasting your money unless that person is SL369 Crypto. No one can hold a candle to this lady. She is just spot on with crypto prices. It's just crazy nuts how good she is. So I got to give her a shout out. I don't know who she is, but I got to give her credit. She is so accurate. Now, she might have been telling people, even a month or two ago, hey, Theta's going to take off. I can't remember. I do follow her stuff, but I can't remember exactly, so I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth. But who knew a couple weeks ago Theta was going to take off? Nobody was talking about it. I was talking about it. I didn't know how high it would go, though, right? I knew it would go over 20 cents a little bit. I couldn't have imagined 45 cents. So this is really exciting. If you're on someone's Patreon group, or you're in some group where you're paying somebody to help you with your cryptos to make money, if they didn't tell you about Theta, you're in the wrong group. I got to tell you that. So Theta, that's been fantastic. Okay, I'll talk about Theta in the end here. So now I'm just going to talk about some of the coins I like and the potential prices. So this is a good segue into this third part here. Theta will continue to go up. I think Theta is going to go over 50 cents. Absolutely over 50 cents. It might even go up to 65 cents. It might even, looking at the charts, like do your own homework, right? And remember, I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just doing this for educational and entertainment purposes only, all right? What I'm telling you is the information that I'm using for myself, but I'm not an advisor, okay? This is just for entertainment and educational purposes only. However, looking at the charts, and you should do your own research, look at the charts on Theta. it's a no-brainer. This thing's going to go higher than what it is now. Absolutely. So I'm going to say over 50 cents for sure. Maybe it's going to hit 65 cents. I could see that happening. So that's my first gift to everybody. So if you're thinking of buying Theta, you'd better buy it now because it's going to go up. But if you're thinking of selling Theta, personally, I'm waiting. I'm waiting because I'm pretty positive it's going to go up. Having said that, I think there's a dump coming. You know, maybe, I don't know if it'll be as big as the dump we had on March 12th / March 13th. I don't know if it's going to be that big. However, I do know a dump is coming. So will that dump happen before Theta hits, you know, over 50 cents? I don't know. I have no idea. But if that dump does happen, Theta will shoot up past 50 cents after that. Absolutely. So I kind of think it's going to shoot up past 50 cents first and then dump, but I don't have a crystal ball, right? I've got pretty good intuition, which helps me out a lot, but I don't have a crystal ball telling me exactly what's going to happen, okay? What's something else I like? I like EOS. EOS. What was the high on EOS recently? I can't quite remember. I think it was $3.08. I don't remember the exact day. Go back on the charts and look. I think 308 was the high. It's going to go above 308. I'm pretty sure about that. I'm pretty sure about that. So that's the second one I'm giving you. So EOS, what is it today? It's probably down. Let me just take a look here as I'm talking. I'll look over at one of my spreadsheets. What do I have for EOS today? $2.51. Yeah, it's going to go over $3.08, I think, for sure. So if you want to sell, you should wait until then, right? Until it gets over $3.08. Of course, if you want to buy it, now is not a bad time to buy it, in my opinion, right? What else do I think is good? OMG. OMG is what? $1.63 it was this morning, $1.63. On its recent jump up, it was $2.22. I think it's going to go higher than $2.22. So I'm waiting. I'm not going to do anything until OMG gets up over $2.22. So if you were thinking of selling it, if you were me, if you were my friend sitting here with me in this room, I would say, whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on there, man. It's going to go over $2.22, so you should wait. You should wait. Unless you wanted to buy it, not a bad time to buy it. Okay, I think those three cryptos are probably enough. I don't need to tell you guys any more. You know, if the video is too long, you're not going to listen anyway. And I know this from the Google Analytics, right? A lot of the videos I've done have been longer because in the beginning, people said to me, hey, could you make longer videos? We enjoy it. Well, I did. And then I found out that most people were not watching like the last half of my video. And it's like, wait a second, that was like a 50-minute video. So if no one watched it the last 25 minutes, what a huge waste of time that was for me. I don't want to waste time, right? So probably those three are enough. Although if we were sitting at a coffee shop, I would also say to you, XRP, I would keep my eye on XRP too. XRP is going to go up, I think. I don't know when, but it's going to go up. And if you play it right, you know, you sell high, you buy low. And lots of people talk about that. They say, oh, come on, that's a no-brainer. You sell high and buy low. There's not a lot of people doing it, though. There's not a lot of people doing it. You know, I'm able to communicate with a lot of people about cryptos. And some people really FOMO hard, you know, the fear of missing out. They FOMO hard on cryptos, you know, price starts to go up. What do? They buy it. You know, there's one dude I know, but I'm not going to say his name or even allude to who he is, but he was kind of dissing Theta a little bit, you know, knocking it. And then when it got up past 25 cents, all of a sudden, oh, I got to buy Theta. I got to buy Theta. Dude, where were you when I was telling you about Theta when it was like 5 cents? And you told me I was nuts. It was a nothing coin. Now you wait for it to go up 5 times and then you buy it? So, you know, sell high and buy low sounds pretty easy, but most people can't do it. They can't handle their emotions enough to do it. Okay, guys, that's my video. I hope you liked it. Just to recap, Bitcoin is no longer controlling the movement of the crypto market. You know, other altcoins have enough power and energy behind them enough going on with their individual projects that they have separated from Bitcoin, in my opinion, right? The next thing, Theta. You know, if whoever you're listening to didn't tell you about Theta weeks ago, you better rethink your situation. And then the coins I just told you about, of course. Okay, you guys, you take care. This has been my May 27th crypto update. Hope you guys are well, and I will see you in the next video.